What's good, y'all? It's the one and only King Cal 516 live in the mix, and this is the Switch Flames podcast. Be sure to check out our website, www.switchflames.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Switch Flames. Definitely check out the Facebook, YouTube page at Switch Flames Podcast. Please hit the like and subscribe, and definitely hit the notification tab to stay up to date with all things Switch Flames Podcast. So there's a lot of optimism, according to reports from the Golden State Warriors, that Klay Thompson will return this coming Sunday versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, it'll be a home game. The Warriors will be coming back from a little road trip, and they want to bring Klay back at home, which makes sense. Bring him back at home for the first time in years in front of the home fans, give him that kind of support system coming back. And I think from what I've seen, how the Warriors have handled this situation with Klay Thompson, especially from this second injury, is they've definitely been erring on the side of caution, and in his rehab revving up as, you know, he's been getting into full on-court activities. They've been taking their time, and what it looks like to me, you know, there must have been some kind of agreement between Klay Thompson and the Warriors just to get him back to the point where when he comes back on the court, both sides are comfortable that he can go full force. And I think that's been the right way to handle it, especially since, you know, the last time he came back from injury, he got another one that was a season long. So, you know, you want to err definitely on the side of caution. You know, you have him, you know, locked down for a few more years under that contract he signed, but at the same time, you know what I mean, you want to get some value, so you want him on the court. That's the only way you get the value, right? So you want to make sure that you have one of your main guns at tip-top shape, and I think they've handled this situation. Looks like they've been handling it pretty well, and by all signs, Klay Thompson will be returning this Sunday. It's going to be an exciting time. I'm definitely going to want to check out that game. Klay Thompson coming back is a big lift for the Warriors. I'm one from the start who, you know, since we started the show, have said that the Golden State Warriors, you know, are definitely competitive this season, but I do think they're not championship contenders without Klay Thompson. I just don't think in the playoffs, when the defenses are keying in and teams are now locked in on game plans to make adjustments and to take away some of the things you do good at, offensively speaking, I don't want to put all my marbles. As great as Jordan Poole has been playing all this year, Jordan Poole is not proven in the playoffs. I don't want to go in the playoffs with Jordan Poole being the guy I have to depend on for offense, you know, as my second big offensive threat. I don't want to, or even Andrew Wiggins. I just don't want to go in the playoffs with neither one of those guys. Neither one of those guys are really proven. You know what I mean? Jordan Poole is just unknown. Andrew Wiggins, we've kind of seen what he is. So we know on a regular basis we're not going to depend on him every single game to come through, right? Jordan Poole's still young and it's unknown, but once again, it's a whole big difference going into the playoffs with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson as your 1 and 2 options versus any of those other options. Now, moving those guys down the pecking order, that's what makes the Golden State Warriors very dangerous. And so with Klay Thompson, I truly believe that's their edge of potentially winning the NBA championship this year, because offensively speaking, that's harder to guard. With the way those two open the floor, it should just make and take a lot of pressure off guys like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. It takes a lot of pressure off of them come playoff time when the pressure is at its highest. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of pressure off of them, and it puts the Golden State Warriors in a better position come playoff time. So Klay Thompson is a crucial piece for me, for the Warriors, to win a championship. You know what I mean? I think they've shown that they can get by in the regular season. But come playoff time, like I said, that's when Klay Thompson is going to be crucial. And him coming back now is going to give him more than enough time to get back used to. I mean, you got to remember, I mean, he hasn't played a lot of basketball the last 2 seasons. So for him to get this kind of, to come back around this point, you're about at the halfway point. He's got about a half or a little bit more than half a season to get themselves ready, tip-top shape for the playoffs. There's more than enough time for that to happen. The Golden State Warriors have some depth at the wings as well. You know, traditionally, Klay Thompson has always been the guy to, you know, guard the best player on the other side. But now, you know, I'm assuming Jordan Poole goes to the bench and he'll be the 6th man. But, I'm assuming Andrew Wiggins will start at the 3. But Andrew Wiggins is another guy in the starting lineup that they can put on the best player on the opposite side and give Klay Thompson some break. You got Iguodala coming off the bench. You know what I mean? You got Otto Porter Jr., some other guys that can take some pressure off of Klay from the defensive end. So they can bring Klay back, you know what I mean? And, you know, put him directly in the starting line. Like Steve Kerr said, he won't be coming off the bench. But, you know, there's a lot of depth on the Warriors that takes a little pressure, even off the scoring load, you know, with Poole and those guys. So Klay Thompson could come back and not feel pressure to have to, you know, put up 25 a game or something like that. He could come back and just fit into the flow of the offense and just get himself acclimated. And there's a lot of depth that the Warriors have which is going to help them. So I'm definitely excited about this. If you're an NBA fan, you got to definitely be excited about this. Tonight, Kyrie Irving returns for the Nets, so that's going to be good tonight. And you got potentially, barring any setbacks, Klay Thompson will return this Sunday once again versus the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Golden State Warriors. So I'm definitely excited about this. Let me know what you guys think about this Klay Thompson return. Are you excited about it? I definitely want to catch that game on Sunday. But with that said, it's your boy King Kyle 516. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. With that said, we're going to be signing off. Till next time, guys. Peace.